My name is Achaleke Christian Leke. I'm the National Coordinator of LOYOC Cameroon, which is a youth peace building organization that works on, youth empowerment, building peace, and preventing violent extremism. Well, I think my view of what impact is quite tricky, but I think the first thing is putting smile on people's faces, and the second thing is ensuring that young people, the old women, are provided with the kind of support that prevents them from involving in crime, violence in any way. I think that for these things to happen, there has to be very concrete action, and that's where my work as a person, as a peace builder comes, and the organization that I work for also comes, where we try to do very concrete actions, measurable actions, and I'll be telling you 3 of these actions. The first is called the Creative Skills for Peace Project, which many people know it as prison-preneurs. Young people who have committed violence who are in prison, that we were able to give them an opportunity to become entrepreneurs. Today we have the success story of Michael, who after 16 years in prison now runs his own enterprise and has 3 apprentices. I would like to share with you another thing, which is around education. And in the Far North region of Cameroon, we have the project called the Salam Initiative, which is an educational project where we provide free education for children who have been victims of Boko Haram insurgency. It's a school now per se, and we have 120 children. Our work around COVID-19, it's the actuality of today. Everyone is talking about it. We realized that people were making money out of the impacts of COVID. People, prices of, sanitizer, masks became too expensive. So we decided to form a coalition of young people to produce hand sanitizer to give for free in communities. I'm very excited to say that we started this with a 0 budget, but today we've been able to produce 40,000 bottles of these sanitizers, which has been shared across the country so far. And we've gone beyond that to speaking to people in local communities, and our survey shows that we have over 70,000 people who are making use of this sanitizer. So for 14 years of my, serving as a volunteer, growing within LOYOC to becoming a leader, I think I've had the opportunity to change the face of the institution to an extent where today, LOYOC has been able to employ 18 young people, and we have an office in the Far North region, which is very active structurally. And when we look at our impact, employment base, we have contractors and subcontractors. We have non-resident fellow, where we do research and publication, and we have sometimes university lecturers who work with us to be able to do this research. And we have subcontractors and consultants, about 50 of them, that we work with every year as experts, as trainers. And generally, if we look at our impact, we're looking at over 1 million people that we've been able to work with. And the ability of taking our work locally to be globally. If you read international policy documents, several times the UN Youth Envoy has talked about our project. At the African Union, it has been key conversation. At the UN Security Council, it has been key conversation. This is another thing about impact. Looking at employability and looking at selling our country both nationally and internationally. And if you see the awards of maybe Black Person of the Year, award from Her Majesty the Queen of England, and many others, it is because impact also has to speak beyond boundaries and also giving opportunity for jobs. It doesn't end at just passion and vision, as many people say. It goes beyond that. The secret is, firstly, you need to master the arts. And to master the arts, it comes from maybe volunteering, maybe going to school if that works for you. But I wasn't the best passer kind of guy, but I worked and learned. And you need to learn, because your vision and passion and whatsoever that people give it can only work when you know how to do the job. And the second thing, it's collaboration. It's very important. You need to team, you need to work with people. Sometimes you'll be afraid that someone might steal your idea. But come on, you are not God to be afraid when someone steals your idea. And finally, as a Christian, I think trusting in God is very important, because it has been my strength, it has been my guide.